Another fire, this one in Silverton, left more people homeless. Nobody was hurt when flames broke out in the early morning hours, but as Local 12's Jeff Hirsch tells us, the fire did some heavy damage to their apartments and to a restaurant on the ground floor.
The fire on Montgomery Rd started around 4:30 in the morning and at first was almost a whiteout in the dark night.
Once I turned the corner, the smoke was back down so low that you actually couldn't see probably more than 10 or 15 feet in front of you through the smoke and the way the snow was blowing.
The building houses an Indian restaurant, the Delhi Palace, on the first floor and half a dozen apartments on the second floor. Resident Dorothy Owens says a total of 5 people lived in those apartments and all got out, leaving everything behind.
What I got is what I'm wearing. We don't know. We haven't been able to get upstairs to assess what the damage has been to our property and stuff, or if anything is salvageable or not.
The fire apparently started on one side of the building, perhaps in or near a stairwell. Fire crews went in, but had to withdraw to what's called a defensive posture when flames got into the attic above them. An aerial ladder had to be used. The fact that this was a multi-residential building, the combination of terrible weather, cold and snow, plus the fact that the Deer Park Silverton Fire District is not the biggest fire department in the world, that meant they had to call in extra help for this 2-alarm fire.
We can't staff like in New York City or even Cincinnati does. So when we go to a second alarm, it brings in resources from around the communities. So in addition to us, we had Sycamore Township, Reading, St. Bernard, Gulf Manor. Montgomery was here, an engine from Loveland Symmes, a Quint from Montgomery, as well as a medic unit from Blue Ash.
Dorothy Owens says she was awakened by a neighbor pounding on the door and saying fire.
Well, you know, we smelled something, but we didn't know where the smell was coming from, because when you live around a restaurant and all this, you always smell different types of odors and things, so you really don't ever think that it's your place where you live. We all got out safely, and now we're homeless.
Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
And the cause of that fire is still under investigation. No estimate yet, but smoke, fire, and water damage is said to be extensive.